You good. It is a question we should all be asking one another. And now there is a new high-tech way to do it. Joining me now is Evans Anyanwu and Ali Gates. They are the founders of the You Good app. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks so much for having us, Elsa.
I'm happy to have you both here. So just tell us a little bit about the app and how you came up with the idea.
Not a problem. The app, like most inventions, came out of a necessity. And it was a day a few months ago. Did not hear from my good friend Ali. Got a little nervous and kept calling. I sent some text. Didn't hear from him. Then eventually I engaged again and he responded. And I said, what most black men from my community say, when we talk to another black man, yo, Ali, you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm okay. But he was a little off. He was going through some things. And we talked about the problem he was having at the time. And I said, look, Ali, this phone call just reminded me of an idea I've had for a while about an easier way for people to check in. And I explained to him the idea of a mobile application, and he was not sold uh, initially, but then he was doing some work at the time that as we talked some more, he made a relationship between some of the things he was looking at, some of the work he was doing, and the app, and he could probably tell you a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so early on throughout the pandemic, I was working very closely with the federal government. And so just that week, I was looking at a ton of data around the disparities around Blacks and minorities, something that, that I've heard a lot about, but I wasn't too sure about, right? So the data was mind blowing. And just early that week, just combing through the data, learning more about these disparities and then also how people are being impacted by COVID and specifically Blacks and minorities. When Evans called me that Friday, right? It was the end of a long work week. I had a lot on my mind and I'm like, here's another guy that's pitching me another app idea, right? And so, but I have a lot of respect for Evans. And so I quickly throughout the conversation, as he's talking through checking in on people, the knowledge transfer of what I've just went through throughout that week was quickly something that a light bulb went off in that moment where I said, maybe if we can essentially like kind of build this around like people who are being, affected by mental health or trauma and things of that nature, and we design it the right way, this could be something that could be quite useful. But I told him, I said, hey, I don't want this to be a business. I want this to be purely like a nonprofit, like a public service, something that, again, will make a lot of noise because of the impact it's making. And so that was truly my purpose. And Evans jumped right on board once I kind of shared that with him. And then once we determined the need of working with mental health experts, the medical professionals, that's when we knew, and that's when we validated like, this app and why we should move forward with building it.
And Evans, what are you hoping that the You Good app will do? I mean, you are making time out of your schedule to join us. I didn't even tell our viewers, you're joining us right now from Nigeria.
Yes.
So you were
Greetings from Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes, to make sure you were determined. You're on travels there right now, but you were determined to get the word out about this app because sincerely, you both just want to help people. So tell me what you're hoping that it accomplishes overall.
Well, initially, the hope, of course, was just for people to check in. And of course, we believe that checking in and engaging one another helps with our mental health. But it seemed like now it's almost a mission that's really bigger than us. And, I'm from, my family's, from Nigeria. And according to the World Health Organization, Nigeria, a country of over 200 million people, only have about 150 psychologists. So, we're here. We've teamed up with two Nigerian-based mental health organizations. This week, we're going to have a focus group to share best practices and see how we can help. And that's ultimately what we want to do. We want this app. Not only Nigeria, not only the United States, we want this app to be a platform for the world to just check in, increase awareness about the importance of mental health. And if we can accomplish that, I think our purpose would have been fulfilled.
Well, I love how the app works, where it's just a simple red light, green light, yellow light to basically say how you're feeling. And then the follow-up where it's like, you could say, oh, I'm not feeling that great, but I don't need you to call me. Or I need you to call me, or I need you to text me. Like you can actually sort of delineate how you would want someone to help you in that moment. And it's very easy to do, which is a couple little taps on your phone. So someone's watching right now and they're thinking, okay, I want to try this out. How do they do that? Where do they download it? How do they get their hands on the app?
Yeah, the app is entirely free. You can download it on either the iOS or the Android Google Play Store. Just simply search for "You Good," so the letter U in space, good, and the app would appear. We're a top search app over the last month or so, so it's been quite exciting. And you can also check us out at the letter good.app, A-P-P. So you can find us online. You can find us in the App Store to download for free. We really appreciate the response that we get from people such as yourself. Again, this is totally mission driven. So it's been a great opportunity for myself as well as Evans to speak about these important issues that's affecting our people.
Well, we appreciate you putting in the work to help the community. That really means a lot. Evans and Ali, we appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.